For the base, I have some 3/8 16 socket head or Allen head cap screws. That's what I'm going to use to hold it down. So I'm going to recess them into the plate, and the head is just under 5/8, so I need a 5/8 end mill, which I have, but I don't have is a collet for a 5/8 end mill for Morse 2. Morse 2 only goes up to a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to use a high-speed tool. I'm going to attempt to turn it down to a 1/2 inch diameter on the shank. These aren't real high quality end mills. They're one of the big boxes where it comes with, from 1/4 all the way up to I think 7/8, and there's 2 flute and 4 flute in the box, and it's like under $100, so they're not real high quality. But I'm going to try turning it down with some carbide tools and see if it turns down. Hopefully it will. Otherwise, it's going to do the bottom of the hole's not going to be done how I want it to be done. I've got my little assistant here with me. Say hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
She's got her safety glasses for the safety Nazis out there, and she's got her gloves on, which she's not going to touch anything, so I don't know why she has them on, but they look cool. So let me get the camera set up, and we'll try to get this thing turned out. Alright, so here we go. This is the 5/8 by 5/8 HSS China end mill here. Hopefully, I'm just hoping honestly that this end mill lasts long enough to open up the 4 holes, because every time I've used any of these end mills, that they don't turn well or mill well. So engage my feed here. I'm gonna go, let's see, about a 5/1000 feed rate, and we'll see what happens. I don't know how well the color's coming out on here, but these chips are coming off and turning like a royal purple, and it's coming off in just powder. There's a little bit of there's a flat here, and so there's an interrupted cut there, so I'm only going to that edge, which leaves me a little bit more than a 1/2 inch to hold on to. We're not doing any side milling, so I'm not worried about holding on to the shank. It's just going to be used to bottom the holes out flat. So I'm going to try a little bit heavier of a cut and see how it handles it. That was just a 10,000th. I dialed in 5. Alright, I'm going to let it cool down for a little while before I finish it up, because it's getting really stinking hot. Alright, I've let it cool for a few minutes, so hopefully it'll cut a little bit smoother. It seems like it really started to mess the edge up the hotter the piece got. So right now we're at 550 thousandths. So we're just going to take it in 5/10 increments, I guess, from here. That's showing right dead on at half. So I'm going to take this out of here. And I'm going to see if I can just come up with this tool, if it'll knock that burr off there. So I'm just going to try to come up and just kiss that little edge. Just like that, and it feels good. Hit it with some emery cloth real quick. Alright, it should be good. I'll get it taken out of here and over on the mill and see how it fits. Alright, well, I threw it up in the 1/2-inch collet and it fits nice. It's got that shoulder to stop it from being pushed in. Hopefully it'll have enough to grip, but it's also spinning as true as I could possibly hope for. Of course, I'm sitting on it right now, but underneath here, there's a little oil ball in the middle of the table, which sticks up just a little bit from the table, which is really obnoxious. But this doesn't bother it too much as long as you don't put the edge on it, because the middle of it's not solid. The other plate's going to be solid all the way across. So to get it where it slides across, it's going to need a slot or a groove right down the middle here so that it won't catch on that stupid oil insert. So we'll get the 4 holes stuck in this, and then I'm going to chuck it up. Or actually, I got to turn down the stud here, the 3/4 10 stud. Turn that piece down with a 2-inch register on the top, and I'm going to leave it about yay tall, or I might actually leave it a lot longer than that, but I'm going to screw it down in here, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to put just a little bit of a tack weld on each side just to lock it so that I can do all the milling that I need to do, and then I'll be able to pull it out, and it'll also help for the alignment, having that stud in here, so I can get it chucked up, and it's going to be, you know, the grooves that I'm going to cut in are going to be true to this bore, which is what the head is going to sit on, the compound. Alright, I have the plate back here in the vise. I'm going to put 2 holes in on this side, and then I'll have to rotate it around and put holes in again, because this side it's underneath, it's sitting on the top of the movable jaw, or the permanent jaw. So I've got to do it in stages. The holes are going to be, I'm going to start off this side for these holes and for these holes once I flip it around. So it'll be kind of funky indicating. But once I get this, my in depth, it's just a matter of, you know, where I'm at on the left and right. And I can flip it around and just drop the holes. This is the hardware that I got to clamp it. The T-nuts on the Smithy are 3/8/16, and that'll allow me to put this through to where it's just recessed under the top, and this plate is 820 thousandths or something like that, and these heads are 37 3/8 of an inch thick too. So I can sink them down and still have plenty of meat underneath them to clamp on. So let me get my drill chuck in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spot drill, and then switch out to the end mill to clear it down. That way I can set a stop on the first hole that I hit with the end mill, and then just dial over and drop in on this side so that they're both matched at the same depth. I might be able to get away with it using the drill chuck with the end mill in it, since I'm only going to be plunge cutting, and I should be able to get, let's see here, oh yeah, that's a positive lock going in, so I should be able to use this and just drill and then hit it with this, move over, drill, hit it with this, and get the depth set properly. I hope, fingers crossed, and go from there. So let me get this all set up, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright, we got our center drill set up here. And this sucker's just barely long enough to hit, and then go to the drill bit, and then put the end mill in to knock that hole down. So we got kind of lucky there. So let's see, I'm going to unlock my quill. And right now we're spinning the mill at 600 RPMs. For this should be good. Might have to adjust it down for the mill and the other drill, but we'll see. So I drilled shavings. It was a little hot. And of course I left my caliper sitting there to get covered in oil. Alright. I was thinking if I had a DRO on here, it'd be a whole lot easier, I think, to do this. But what I'm doing here, I'm putting this in, I'm bottoming it out so that I can figure out my depth on this first hole and be able to copy it without a problem. Alright, let's see if that cleared it. Yep, that's got it just underneath the edge. Now, pull you guys up here so you can see what I'm doing. What I've done is I've got this stop. There's a little dial up here where I can see the adjustment on the screw. So with it just even with this line, let's see, 1/16 of an inch under 1.5, I'm at 25 on the dial up here. So I can go, I'll free spin it out of here a couple times, and then I can come back up. I can bring that almost to that line. And go right to the 25, and I'm at the exact same point. So I've hit the bottom of the hole and I'm hitting the stop. So we're good on the first hole here. Get the mill out of there, and I'm going to go over there and double check my measurements one more time just to make sure on my measurement across how far I need to be. I think it's exactly 3 inches, but I want to verify before I do any drilling. Alright, so I got my T-nuts over here. Slide those guys in. Here's that stupid oil fitting that is in an obnoxious place. Oh, that is perfect. They're just under, so nothing hits, and I couldn't be happier with that. The only thing I want to look at here real quick is how far the screw goes down, because I just guesstimated it before on what length I needed. I didn't really take the time to measure it too accurately, but that looks like it's got, this hardware goes down and it's got about, I don't even know if that's about an 1/8 of an inch from the, when it's bottomed, it's about an 1/8 of an inch from the bottom right here. So I mean, that's pretty much Perfect. Now I just need to go over there, flip it around. I think I'm just going to do those, knock those out off camera. It's the same exact thing I just did on this side. And then I'm also going to deburr these a little bit. I deburred the bottom side, I forgot to do the top before I came over here.